Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a participant from the playoffs last year, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Terrapins will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. To the air, it's fired. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll go to the ground. And this home team defense is now rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Hauls it in. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Some really tough running there, gets him to the 45-yard line.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's fired. Rushes on him. He's got it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking for space. It's Dingle.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Going for the big play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The screen, he can go. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed. And if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Touchdown, Maryland! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Give to the running back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Back to pass. It's fired. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a start for this guy. That's now his 2nd interception in the first quarter of this game. He has been an absolute ball hawk in this thing early, and the quarterback would...
Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1.
offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Slams ahead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
691, Gators Farm. Easy. Makes the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd love to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. 3:25. Makes the catch. It's Chancellor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked, number 41. Well, they tried to play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity. They weren't able to do it there.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. It's Dingle. Still running at the 40. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, not every explosive play in the passing game needs to be a 70-yard bomb down the field. If you find your running back in the progression, you just get it to him quickly. He's one of the most dangerous guys on the field with the ball in his hands, and he showed you that. Great vision, great speed, phenomenal job after the catch, and it's a big play for the offense.
Touchdown, Terrapins! A great catch and run for 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Pocket breaking down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Maryland! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
And the extra point is good.
Kentucky 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Kentucky going quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Bringing the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I like the defense there and their mentality. After getting gashed on the ground, they just turn the page and they generate the pass rush the very next play.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Byard. The throw to the outside is complete. Nice move. Creates some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. This is a designed run. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Handoff from the gun. Plows through the defense. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And this offense has put a nice drive together. I don't mind the run on second down. We're not in a hurry. We actually want to use a lot of this clock, but more importantly, we want to punch this in the end zone. We want to cut into this lead, gain some momentum. We've struggled this first half, but we can end on a high note.
And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Got his man quickly. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here's a heat. Finds a man in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly out to the tight end. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Give to the single back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll take it himself. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Looking for the goal line. And And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's fired. Takes a hit as he fires. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Looking for blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The give to the back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Terrapins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they...
Looking for a huge play. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
From the gun, the ground game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gentry. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Back to pass on 2nd down. The throw. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a... He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab deep. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Punts it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's fired. It's complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They just keep firing. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Past the first down marker and still running. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man by himself. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They want to run this quarterback. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost it.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pulled down for the tackle.
And I love the defense here, playing downhill, playing fast, understanding it's 3rd and goal. I don't have as much space behind me. I can be more aggressive on that touch pass. They come up, they set the edge, they make the big tackle.
Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready. They were disciplined and made a good play on the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. This time it's complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the 4th quarter. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He's going for a big play downfield. Got it in stride at the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. They're facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged out of the air. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Under fire. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the 2nd half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the 1st half and starting off the 2nd half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Oh, he's got some space.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the 1st down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, and whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Here's the pressure. Makes a connection. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Leaves it with the back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Breaks into the open. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Here he goes breaking the pocket. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee.